Hello everyone, and welcome back to Let's Play Planescape Torment. I am your host, MeleeWizard, and I did some digging in past videos because I knew I had a hammer at some point, just like a regular standard hammer. And it turns out that I had dropped it basically in some random spot in that area with all the ghouls and such. Thankfully, one of the merchants in the marketplace happened to have one. So, and getting back in turned out to be less lethal than I was expecting it to be. Alright, so examine the structure. Use the hammer to nail the boards back into place. You hammer the boards neatly back into place. Taking a step back to examine your handiwork, you notice that, strangely enough, the building no longer appears quite as old as it did at first glance. Alright then. So that should be it, because I had already fixed that one, or unfixed it, I guess. I think that should have been just the two. Yeah, you have returned. Yes, all is in order. I am grateful. Again, the wind begins to blow around you, this time with fierce intensity. The omnipresent sounds of the alley begin to increase in volume until the soft murmur of the voice is nearly drowned out by the ensuing racket. Now you must go. Division begins. The way is now open to you.
Updated my journal.
Holy cow. The stone face before you begins to transform once again, its mass shifting and roiling as you look on. The entire wall seems to melt before your eyes, exposing a narrow passageway beyond. The ground underfoot suddenly begins to rock violently, and the soft sighing of the wind intensifies to a more urgent, almost human-like moaning. You can hear the sounds of crashing stones and snapping boards all around you as you dash into the passageway.
Updated my journal.
Oh my! Okay then.
I feel stronger.
What did I lose? I lost something, but then I gained that? When did that happen? Because I had the box for who knows how long, and now... Okay. Ooh. More AC is always good. And no more points to put into. Okay. Strength increased permanently. So... Explore Sigil. A newborn alley has come into being, allowing me access to other wards of Sigil. I should explore these new streets and see if I can find someone knowledgeable enough to help me decipher who I am. Uh-huh. Well then, okay, I still have the hammer. Okay, so, okay, that's the lower ward. Okay. Fortin? You see a Harmonium officer. He gives you a bored look as you approach. don't mean to be rude, but I am on duty. I have no time for questions. If you like information, go talk to Eb Creeknees. He's an old friend of mine. I think he considers himself to be a tout now, so he can give you the chant concerning just about anything. So he pretty much set himself up in the... Oh, he's in Smoldering Corpse. Okay. I think I'd seen him once before. Alright.
Gone.
Thank you. Anyone with a name should be significant. Yeah, what can you tell me about this place? Yeah, you clueless? Craftsmen, shops, warehouses, all have their kip here. Something particular? Looking to get your iron tempered, maybe? Oh, okay. There's the ever-present thought of wanting armor. Fair enough. Thank you. Fair enough. Pouch? Okay. You see a florid, boisterous man. He's shouting and carrying on like there's a war that's about to come through. Like he's got something lodged in his intestines. Like he's too excited about something to talk in a normal tone of voice. His rapid-fire delivery makes it difficult to understand him. You, sir, you there. You look like you could use something. I'm not quite sure what it is yet, but give me time, and I'll have it figured out on the spot. You need rooms? I've got rooms. You need supplies? I've got supplies. Let's see what you got. You have cheese. Not a heck of a lot. Okay. This poison cheese. Okay. Yeah, I don't need that anymore. Byron Pickett. Okay. You see a well-dressed, middle-aged man. He seems to be scanning the crowd with a practiced eye. He notices you approach and gives you a quick once-over. I am Byron Pickett, moneylender. Okay. Yes, I cater to the needs of merchants. Want to start a business, keep one afloat that's down on its luck, or perhaps expand a business. In either case, you come to me for the funds. I doubt that you're a merchant, sir, so what can I do for you? Nothing exotic is available, naturally. Okay, thank you. Let's see. Oop. The pawn shop, okay. Specifically asking for spells is curious. Thrice blind? Okay. Makes them blind. All right. Ring of the Traveler. +1 to AC. +2 to AC. I'll have to earmark that one.
I'm gone.
Of course it's locked. Okay, fair enough. Just weapon, magic punch daggers. Siphon knuckles? Oh. Huh. Interesting. Club of Piercing? Oh, because it does crushing and piercing damage. Huh. What? Okay, I hadn't noticed that. It's the sickness it is, caused by the bad air. What with the smoke and all the factory smogs, it can get pretty hard to breathe easily around here. Sometimes it's not good to be out when the smogs linger too long. They can scald your eyes right out of the skull, so it's said. I don't know. At times, winds come from the spire and blow the city clear of smog, but that's not as often as would be liked. Ladies will, I guess. Don't make much sense, but then little does if you look at it long enough. Why is it called Ul? Well, as it's reckoned, the ward's got a mess of portals to the lower planes all riddled through it like cheese, so it does. So I suppose that's why the name stuck. Okay, that does make sense. Though that begs the question. It's a mystery to me, as it is to you, Cutter. Not sure if there's a reason for the portals as much as just circumstances. Could be the lady's will, could just be chance, suppose. Aye, they do. Most of them just stopping through. Yeah, aye, I've seen it. 'Twas just last week or so I saw a couple Abishai come through a portal. They talked a good bit, and then one of them went back through. The one that stayed is still there. The tower?
Updated my journal.
Aye, that's one of the strangest sights to be in the ward. No one really knows how long that scarred old tower has been around. You can't get into it, you know. Bolted up tighter than a chastity belt. I'd be curious to know what's in there. The Abishai was gesturing at the tower and the portal, like they was looking for the key, I bet. It's worked once before.
Updated my journal. Updated my journal.
It's a drawbridge-like contraption back of the tower, east of the market. Okay. The Lady of Pain is the law. The rest of us mostly try and bang out a living under her shadow. Don't know much about her. She keeps the powers out of Sigil. The powers being deities. The gods and goddesses are expressly forbidden from entering Sigil. For whatever reason the lady deems fit. I don't know. Keeps the fiends out and the talks and deals with nobody, except maybe the Dabus. She'll pen you in the dead book damned quick if you worship her or try and hurt Sigil. Her face and the blades surrounding it would be the last you'd see. Oh, dang. Experience for information, sure. At the mention of a face surrounded by blades, a memory forces itself into your consciousness. For a moment, you are standing in a darkened alley, breathing heavily. Approaching you in the darkness is an uncannily beautiful woman, her face shrouded in blades and with cold eyes. Suddenly, the memory fades, and you are talking to the lad once more. So I've encountered the Lady of Pain at some point, and yet I am still here. Surprising. Great Foundry. A brothel, naturally. The Fest Hall. Center of the ward, pretty much. An impressive structure, to be sure. You can't miss it. Just head north. You'll know it by the big gates. They've got a bunch of names. Believers, Godsmen, Believers of the Source. We mostly just call them Godsmen. They have their kip in the Great Foundry, and they seem to get by pretty well. They're a pleasant bunch. They believe that everybody can be great as the powers even, if you just strive to reach it. It might mean you have to start life over a bunch of times, but you'll eventually get there after a time. In-depths. We're a faction that's not really a faction. We're a faction that believes that people are free to do as they will. The factions are them that govern most of Sigil and the day-to-day business. There's a bunch. There's the dead, the dustmen that take care of all the dead bodies on the streets. Then there's the governors that make the laws, and the sensates. There's a number of factions. Here in the lower ward, we mostly deal with the believers, the godsmen. Okay. Alright. What you got? That I do. A few years back, I had kept set up in the hive. Some barmy mage decided to burn the ward right out of Sigil. Almost took me with it. Sick for a month I was. Okay, and you just straight up sell scrolls. Okay, fine. Feels weird that I can't buy armor straight up. Okay, I do have a ring slot open. So I think I'm gonna go buy that +2 armor ring. I can afford it well enough. Suddenly things are looking pretty good. Okay. Xanthia? Her skin lacks the usual yellow tint of the inhabitants of this world. She appears to be watching 3 nearby buildings with interest. Oh? What sort of fight? Yes, see the 3 Thokolo over there. Mostly, I'm referring to these guys, I'm sure. They're going to try and kill an Abishai. The stupid oafs. It's a lower planes creature, a Batizu, I think. In any case, the Abishai have nasty dispositions, sharp claws, and can cast spells. Very formidable. It's like, normally I'd say yes. Zokala are very powerful warriors. However, I know something they don't. Abishai can only be hurt by magic. The Thokalo will be slaughtered, I have no doubt of it. Have you encountered them directly? My husband is very high up in the Harmonium. The Harmonium guards are trained to deal with creatures such as Abishai. That's how I know. My husband told me. Because she wants to watch them get slaughtered, that's why. Oh. I see. My husband tries to better his social standing with his underlings by drinking with them in the local taverns. Last evening, he forced me to just such an occasion. Those three oafs were there, boasting of their prowess as warriors. It was obvious they were in a drunken stupor. When they decided to leave, one of them tripped and fell into the table I was sitting at. Okay. Most of the drinks at the table spilled into my lap and ruined a very expensive evening gown. So while the Cretan was trying to apologize, I whispered to him that I only accepted the apology of a warrior of stature. If he were truly such a warrior, he'd be able to defeat an Abishai in hand-to-hand combat. Oh god, I'm sure it was a very expensive dress.
Updated my journal.
You obviously do not understand the intricacies behind this situation. I was embarrassed and humiliated in front of my husband and his underlings. Okay.
Done.
I feel like I should.
My lungs feel like a chimney.
What do you want, Molly? You got a question? Maybe Thorpe got answer. That's right, Thorpe and friends Barsh.
Updated my journal.
Yep, that's kind of what I was hoping for. Need magic? How do you know? Thorpe not half magic. Friends not half magic. We die if we bar Abishai. Thorpe not be a warrior of stature. Xanthia not accept apology. That works. Thorpe, thank you. You save life. You save life of friends. Ooh. Oh, nice. You good friend. You deserve. Well, that's... Okay then. I just saved a guy's life. Though I'm sure I'm not gonna talk to her again. She probably wouldn't appreciate the fact that I did that. You see a sickly Githzerai woman. She is hunched and bent, and her constant coughing is obviously a source of pain to her. She holds to her face a handkerchief that is practically soaking with blood, tissue, and phlegm. Fortunately, I don't really have too much for healing. Okay, the door's locked. Fine.
Step right up, boys and girls, young and old. Buy your piece of human flesh right here.
No thanks.
How much for that one over there on the left?
Warehouse, the print shop, the siege tower. Okay.
I want the redhead.
A vault. Okay. Vault of the Ninth World. Welcome to the Vaults of the Ninth World. How may I serve you on this fine day, Sigillian? The Vaults of the Ninth World are pleased to serve as a warehouse for the lore ward and all the sentients of Sigil. Our motto is, when one world just isn't big enough. We provide storage space for those who have little to spare. Our prices are competitive, our service exemplary, and our courtesy to customers is known throughout the plains. I am the voice of the Vault of the Ninth World. I am here to serve you, the customer. Instruct me in what you desire. Alright.
Done.
Oof. I just noticed how much XP I need to level up again. Yikes.
Get your slave over here! Two for the price of one!
You see a thin, stooped man hunched over a desk, scribbling on a piece of paper. His hair is thinning and drab, drawn back into a ponytail, and thin spectacles adorn his hooked nose. His age could be anywhere from his early 20s to his late 40s. He doesn't look up as he speaks to you. Yeah, pretty much almost everything. Alright, fair enough.
All right.
I think that might be the Abishai in question. The coffin maker? Okay. A wrecked house. Oh. To the bones of
All
the
right.
night.
Aye?
I'm gone.
This strangely shaped skull emits a high-pitched chitter before it speaks to you. Can I help you? I am Goat's Comb. I was a were-rat. Oh, a great number. Ravens, wolves, bears, badgers, even crocodiles. It's like all the animals in the Beastlands have a lycanthropic counterpart. It was quite interesting, really. Mantalk and his band. I made him, and what does he do? Goes and sells me to Lothar. That's okay, though. I spilled all his secrets to the boss. Mantalk may think he's safe, but Lothar knows everything. That sodding hedge wizard, the bobber. I made him what he is today. Years ago, when he was just a stinking biped, I found him and made his leg a snack. Tasted like pickled meat. I was drunk for days. Then he shows up. Then he gets some fancy book, and I'm yesterday's trash in a decoration on a shelf. Bastard. Uh-huh. Cursed. Gate down to Carceri. Oh dear. Very much outside of Sigil. The doorway to the prison plane of Carceri. It's a place of backstabbers and traitors, and is full of schemes as Batezu's undergarments. But being right next door to Carceri is apt to change the burg's nature. I wouldn't be surprised if the town were about to slide over. I think I know what it means, but I'll let the game explain it. When a gate town's beliefs get too much like the plane it borders, the force of that belief is enough to make its bordering planes swallow it whole. Happens all the time, at least when the anarchists are involved. We are a secret society, cells of members who work alone or through directives passed through the network of informants and leaders who remain hidden. Our goal is to tear down the power structure, to free people from the lies of politicians and powers, to let all lead their own lives of their own volition. We work in secrecy, worked in secrecy, and changed our routines constantly to avoid infiltration. My time was decades ago, and so all the secrets I knew are no longer valid, except for the faces I can remember. And even those must have been changed by now. Given what they do, no surprise. If a society you belong to thrived on intrigue, infiltration, and the hatred of the established power mongers, you'd be careful too. It's not paranoia when they really are out to get you. In our line of belief, someone involved in a triple cross is an amateur. I think I'm done speaking with you. Farewell. Okay. Oh. Okay, well, I've got some new stuff to explore. Do I still have... Okay, that quest is gone. So, I guess join me next time when we see where this little rabbit hole leads me. So, I guess until then, this is MeleeWizard, and have a nice day.